Welcome back to our Rim Wars, the Old Republic Let's Play. So, I mentioned this in the last upload that I did for the 40k series, but I'll mention it here too just because I know not everybody is watching both. But I've been traveling a lot for work, and that is primarily the reason why content has been a bit sparse as of late. My hope is now that I'm in a bit of a lull as far as travel goes, I can catch up and get back to doing 2 videos a week, but we will definitely see. That is, however, the goal. So, to that end, we're going to try to get this out on either Tuesday or Wednesday of the last week of August, so either the 23rd or the 24th. And keep going from there. Maybe we can get some 40k out in the same week, too. Anywho, it's been almost 2 months since I've had the opportunity to record this series, so I'm a bit rusty as to what we were doing. Of course, there is the Jedi Temple, but I believe, because I did cut the last video for this a little bit more recently, that we had some sort of maze shenanigans. We were basically led into not quite a trap by Vaynor. There wasn't a whole lot of mortal danger present, but it was annoying nonetheless, and we didn't benefit a whole lot from it. Anywho, that having happened, our caravan has returned since then, and we are ready to maybe take on another mission. We also did have an addition to the group, so Svetlana, one of our prisoners, has joined us, and she is now going by Svana. Again, for your recollection, she is a beast in terms of combat, and she also has an iron stomach and is a quick sleeper. So, all in all, she is a very solid addition to our military force. I don't know why she has... Yeah, forget about that. So we need to get her some armor. She already has an E11 blaster. We might want to get her something more high power than that even, but for now, that's perfectly adequate. On that note, our research is coming along nicely, so we have marine armor to finish, and then we can go into phase 2 clone armor, and that's pretty much the extent of our equipment. We will obviously want to research the ability to make more blasters. We've basically just been sourcing them from fallen enemies. Eventually, we'd like to be able to make our own, but the armor is the critical thing, in my mind anyway. So, there is, of course, that. Now, Issa was the one that recruited her, and Issa is a Force sensitive that's joined us relatively recently. Quick refresher. She is a Grey Padawan currently. She has only 1 level in the Force, and it's allocated toward the Mind Trick, and she has a little bit of melee skill with some affinity for plants and social. Now, she doesn't have a lightsaber, so she'll be next in line after Jaina to manufacture her own. Jaina is not doing so great. 1,000 work is more than half. It's probably about 60% of the total. So yeah, long way to go for her. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. And we'll take a look at our missions. We do have 1 new one, so we'll look at both of those now. So the first one, or I guess the newest one, is... the leader of Janum has discovered an ancient complex a long distance away. He believes it contains information about a relic known as the Sky Shadow. He can't spare people to look into it, but hopes you can help by supplying exactly 16 colonists to carry out the investigation. The complex contains unknown threats and is also being sought by Garcia's enemies, Vaynor, our enemies too, and the trolls from last episode. So I think we've read through this before because the 16 colonists sounds very familiar. I can't spare that many. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 20. So we would be down to 4 people defending the base if we were to accept this. 16 seems ridiculous. I feel like even in real world terms, there's not a lot of things I can think of that would require that many people just to investigate. It would have to be a very, very big facility. Anyway, we'll probably hold off on that, but when we have a slightly bigger colony, 16 won't be so bad. In the meantime, we also had this space drone info hack mission. So in this one, we've detected an orbiting space drone that might contain information about Sky Shadow, the same relic we just discussed here. And we have a code that will force it to land at our base. In order to get the information, we need to hack the drone's computer. This, of course, takes time, but somebody with high intellectual skill can speed that along. So maybe we could ask Inara to take a break from researching and focus on that. Or potentially we could let somebody else entirely do it, like HUD, who also has high intelligence. Outlanders from Vaynor, these guys really get around. We'll detect the drone's energy signature. As long as it's present, they'll send attackers approximately every 8 hours to destroy it and steal the wealth they think it contains. It'll probably just blow up. You will have some time to prepare defenses around it before they arrive. After landing, it will self-destruct in 30 days. Okay, so I don't know how long it'll take to hack it, but I don't believe we need to defend it for the full 30 days. We just need to defend it until we hack it. And hopefully after that point, mission complete and it goes away. Otherwise, defending it for 30 days could be quite tedious, especially if they're going to attack it effectively 3 times a day. That is a lot of attacks. So let's go ahead and do this. We don't have anything else lined up at the moment and everybody is back at base. So now seems like a good a time as any. It's also 4 a.m. So by the time this thing lands, hopefully everybody will be awake and we can get kind of all hands on deck to start building some defenses around it. Now, we don't have much in the way of defenses, actually. If we go to the security tab, we can build sandbags and some traps, various types of barriers, but ultimately not a whole lot to defend ourselves. How much for like these? They take concrete blocks, which we don't have. So honestly, either these ancient barriers with steel, which we do have quite a lot of, or cloth sandbags are really our only 2 options there. That is a lot more steel though. So it might have to be the sandbags. But unfortunately, I don't think we have really anything else to utilize here. So no turrets or anything of that nature to protect us. So let's get things rolling. The space drone is incoming and it's going to land right here. That's actually a pretty defensible spot. Let's start by jumping on into this menu here. And I think I'm going to go with the sandbags just because that resource, the cloth, is more replenishable than steel is. There's only so much steel on any given map. Granted, we have more of it and there's probably still more here, but we can always grow more cloth. There's really no limit to how much we can grow. There's also not as many uses for it. So if the thing is here, I want to kind of meet them further out. I'd love to lure them into a trap here, but I don't know how viable that is. I think I'd rather utilize this. So let's set up something sort of like that, and we'll do another one here. Let's go a little bit further out, I think. Okay, so we have those. I think we'll build one more over here. I really do like the idea of taking advantage of that choke point. I just worry if they get that far in, that they're pretty close to here. So we'd have to be fighting them like in this choke point, which, I mean, it could be done. It definitely could be done, but might not be the best approach. So we'll build sandbags here. Maybe we can kind of lure them into something. We'll start here and fall back. Anywhere else? We can use a lot of this as cover. I guess this is all assuming they spawn in this corner. If they spawn over here, that's not going to be of much use, but it's also going to be a lot harder to defend this. So to that end, I guess let's do one more. Maybe here. And we're going to do it kind of like a corner piece. Just in case they do come from that direction, we at least have something. I don't want to slow them down too much, though, by building all over the place. So hopefully that's enough of a buffer. And if they do spawn on this side, you know, it's going to be tough. There's just a lot more open space over there. But hopefully they spawn on the right half, and then we have all sorts of natural and potentially man-made defenses to utilize. Okay. So, time to wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Get to building. No. I need you working on this. Theo, same deal. I don't mean to pause so much, but if I don't really micromanage this, it's probably not going to get done. Let's see. You're not much for construction. I guess you could help out. HUD can also help out. It's not going to let me... Oh, because he's on the toilet. Okay, well, that's at least a start. Waster, I think you're a builder too, right? Oh, no, not at all. Raid arriving in 8 hours. Okay, it's pointing at that. Oh, that reminds me, I should probably have somebody, you know, hack it. So, who is our most intelligent person? I know you are, I guess you're not that high. Jaina's not that high. HUD is at 13. Anara's at 18. So she will be the fastest by far. I hate to take her off of research, but it is probably the best way to go about this. It's also very much temporary. And she's not much for combat either, so we're not losing a fighter by having her work on that. Theo, I really appreciate you knocking that out. Can you focus? Why won't it let me prioritize what you're doing? Come on, I'm right clicking. It's not gonna let me tell them what to do. Okay. Well, hopefully somebody continues to build these. It looks like Ojavi will return. I was hoping Wade would also come out here and do some stuff. It looks like he is. Cool. And it doesn't even matter if they finish like all of it, so long as there are spots with sandbags that we can take cover behind. They don't need to be like all perfectly laid out. I'm gonna micromanage the shit out of you, buddy. We need this done. Like, honestly, even that's probably good. And if HUD can knock out a lot of this. Yeah, we're basically done. 3 hours, so we're cutting it a little bit close. I'd like to have this one done as well if we're going to set up a trap there, but, you know, it looks like they are working on it, so it is what it is. Low food, you say? But the freezer... Oh, shit. The freezer is open. Do you think you could stop what you're doing and pick that up? Because that is, like, really, really bad. Thank you. Okay. Ryder leveled up. Let's see. Ryder. Oh, you're down here. Right. So, you're level 6 already. I feel like he is flying through his force abilities. Force levels, excuse me. Again, he was a Sith initially, so I feel like we should round out some of his dark side powers. Now, how often he uses them, we'll see. But he would definitely have access to those given where he came from. So I think Drain and Lightning are going to be my choices here. And we'll try to keep his alignment somewhere in the middle. So we'll need to get him some light side powers too so that we can balance his use and therefore his alignment. But I want him to be, I think, primarily more of a, let's call him like a warlock rather than... Or I guess like a Sith sorcerer, but obviously he's come to the light side, so something of a consular. They're raiding us from this corner. That's really unfortunate. Um, so all of my defenses are for naught. One right here would have been great. There's not a lot of places for us to set up in this direction either. So, I mean, I assume they're coming immediately, right? I think what we'll need to do is set up in here and try to engage them as quickly as possible. Now, with this out in the open, there's just really nothing to be done. Maybe I should wall it in. That would have been smart. Okay, well, let's see. Wade, Jaina, Basna. Give me everybody up to Oyster, because you guys are all combatants. Draft you, and let's go here. We'll kind of assign positions in a moment. Ryder, you're definitely a combatant. Hale is not. I don't recall if Ojavi is. Not really, not without some kind of melee weapon. Black, you definitely are. You can forget about that bolt action rifle. Issa doesn't have a lightsaber, so we'll leave her out of it. And we'll bring Svana over as well. We need to get her some proper armor. Okay, so please hustle. Please, please, please. Erina has defied her orders. Classic. Classic Erina. Get over here. So maybe we can set up a little bit further forward just to slow them down. There are a lot of trees out here. Theo, I need you to dismount. How do I do that? I'm a bit rusty. There we go. Okay, you were going where? Up there. So Theo, let's put you here. There's a lot of trees. I'm controlling the donkey. Whoops. Let's get you over there. Hadar, yeah, stay in the trees. Let's try to get the Jedi on one of the flanks, because they kind of struggle with, obviously, head-on assaults because, you know, they don't have ranged weapons, but at the same time, they have abilities that make them dangerous even at range. I'm pretty sure I gave you an order there. Oh, he forgot it. Okay. You're set up. Svana, I'm going to put you over here. Kessel with your pistol, get in there. Ryder, Basna, HUD. Okay. Start shooting, please. Need you to pin them down. Where the hell is Wade? Okay, there he is. I'm going to need you to force speed. And then let's get you up into the thick of it. Ready, go. Wade, Wade, come on. Wade, Wade. God, I'm going to give him so many orders. You guys are shooting, right? Are you out of range? No, you're definitely in range. Okay, so you're going to go there. Jaina, let's hang back. You're going to be like a medic and grab people if they get hurt. Ryder, let's set you up for a Force Lightning. And Basna, I want you to Force Rage somebody in the middle of that group. Just to really, really sow chaos. And then Wade, I think we're going to use your Force Defense in just a second. As my voice cracks there. Okay, now go. Go, go, go. Get in there. Alright, Ryder, now's your chance. Force Lightning. Right there. It only hit one. I thought it was going to chain. Maybe it can't. Force Rage. Who's got the nastiest weapon in this bunch? Let's go with, no. I'm going to go with Hilda. She has what looks like an automatic rifle. I don't know if that worked. You might just be shooting at the people they're shooting back regardless. Wade, I guess, okay, you're done. That's fine. Fine by me. Since I think I mentioned this in previous episodes, but because we're the good guys in this playthrough, I'm not going to run every last enemy down. I feel like that just doesn't really suit the roleplay. Granted, these guys are shooting back, so we'll continue to exchange fire. Plus, the Republic isn't kind of held to the same morals as the Jedi necessarily. Oh, it looks like everybody's down. Okay. Well, in that case, why don't you all go back to your business? Erina, you can return as well. That went pretty smoothly. Did anybody other than Theo and Wade get clipped? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so I think that's everybody undrafted. And how are you doing? Oh, wow. She is trucking through that hacking progress. 120% speed. Nice. Oh, no. My alpacas. Svana, I need you to rope that one. Thank you. Or rope them both. That's fine. So, do we want to rescue any of these people? We could potentially try to befriend Vaynor if we did. Let's see. Gomez. Pretty good shot. Idiot Savant. Is that recent? I think it is. What happened? Where's the log? Blaster burn in the brain made Gomez drop. So, fired proficiently at Theo with a shotgun handgun. She hit Theo. Hit Theo again. Hadar shot her in the head. And that was the end of her. So, could still potentially rescue her and send her back. That'll be some free relationship with that clan, that faction. Vaynor is a rough Outlander union, so well, I don't remember if that makes them permanently hostile. I know like savage tribes permanently hostile, at least I believe. But I don't remember if a rough Outlander union is permanently hostile. What about you, Stepan? Ocean lover and pretty. Yeah, he has pretty attractive hair, doesn't he? And look at that mustache. You got lucky, hitting the heart and didn't die. So, that's two people that are very easily saved. Then we have Alessia Odom. Not a very good character there, but in no mortal danger, unless we leave her to rot. A bio-coated battle rifle, huh? A Callahan, a medic. Wow, look at her. Mercenary gunner, 16 shooting, 9 medicine. Double passion for both. Slow learner, though, but I guess you don't need to learn fast when you already have the skills. Nudist. Ugh. That's unfortunate. Torso and liver are looking pretty rough, but she is potentially savable. How about Wolf? How about Wolf? Minor. Force apprentice. Did we just find ourselves another potential Jedi? I think we did. Okay. Well, we'll more than likely go ahead and save her then and bring her into the colony. You have a learning assistant. You're also high as a kite on 2 different things. Eccentric and desensitized. Really only good for animals. Hilda. Another damn good shot. But we got 2 teenage mercenary gunners. Cat person insatiable. So she is not a nudist, but she also is not a medic. So many colonists. Potential colonists. Creepy breathing big bone jogger. You're not very good. You have every addiction known to man apparently. Heat inclined stoner. The stoner one's a little bit of a problem. You also have permanent damage to your spine. It's very insignificant, but it is there. And you have a smoke leaf dependence, so I don't want to recruit you. And let's see, hates dumb labor, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I saw maybe 2 people that were worth saving. Jaina, I'm going to ask you to grab... Oh, there was actually 2 people here. Callahan was the medic. Vicky is here too. Drunken master and intimidating. Medical is pretty good, but the person laying on top of her is younger, has effectively the same skill in medicine, and is also a better combatant. So let's see. Basina, do me a favor and rescue Callahan. Or capture Callahan, I guess. Jaina, you're going to capture Wolf. Ah, crap. Let's jump over here real quick. Who do we currently have in our prison? Elvira. Elvira? Why did we grab you again? You're not very good. Do you have a relationship with somebody? No? Let's see. I'm just gonna let you go. Why was I recruiting her? She's not very good. Did I need plant people? I mean, she's not the worst, but she's not that great either. A lot of permanent damage. Like, look at her movement's less than 50. What was I thinking? You know, you come back to a save after a long time, and you don't remember, like, you're not in the mindset, and it's just like, what the hell was I doing? You got permanent heart damage. That's unfortunate. Mad Surgeon, Nudist. Wow, you have a lot of passion for a lot of things, but kind of all over the place, aren't you? Just gonna let you go. I'm gonna let a lot of you go. Not happy with my prisoner choices. This guy's not bad. This guy's got potential. There was another one though. Taya, Elvira, maybe not. Oh, you're actually in bed, so no. You're from Vaynor. Shooting, construction, animals, crafting. She's trigger happy and steadfast. Those are good traits. Skills are okay. You have asthma though. Let's just let you go. Okay, so who can I ask to do that? Where is Hadar? Do me a favor. Release Amy. Just, yeah, cut her loose. See ya. And... wait, I thought Elvira was getting cut loose too. She is. So why can't I prioritize it? Sure, whatever. Can I let her go? No. Alright, well that still frees up the one bed that we need. Actually, we need multiple beds if we're going to try to save some of these people. But need to capture Wolf at the very least. And who do I want to practice with medicine? Do we have anybody else? Let me take a look real quick. I want to see if there's somebody whose skill I want to level up, and I'm going to have them come out here and just stabilize people. So I think I'm going to have Hale do it. She has some skill for medicine, but it's relatively low, but she does have plenty of passion for it. So I'll just have her come out here and start stabilizing. We don't necessarily need to bring people back in order to save them. Looks like you're already going to do that? Interesting. Oh, I didn't look at Patty. Whatever. Something else to consider, though, is we won't gain the relationship if we don't bring them back, heal them, and then release them. So we potentially do want to do that. Elijah's in a daze. So off Amy goes. Now, can I get one of you... any of you, like Svana, for example? Did we already let Elvira go? Clearly not, because her name is still up there. Where the hell is she? Oh, she's right here. Why can I not release her? Huh. Well, I'd very much like to just get her out of here, but for the time being, I guess I have no choice. Oh, so it might have been because she was having a mental break. So after Ryder finishes his food, I think we might be able to let her go. Yep. So Elvira, it was nice knowing you, but off you go. Oh, extensive monument's done. So I think that one can technically get torn down now. It's a nice storage for our weapons, though. I'll just leave it for the time being. So when is our next raid? Wait, 30 seconds. Are we done? Oh, we hacked it. Okay. You need to get the hell out of there. Okay, so I guess we're not gonna have to deal with another raid. That's pretty good. Only raided once. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So, Inara, as you were. Hacked space drone. So that's 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 informations that we need. And honestly, I think that really worked in our favor because we got one colonist who's like a super soldier and another who is force sensitive. So we basically got delivered to two really skilled potential colonists. Let's see. I don't know how quickly they're going to be able to get up. I hope they don't just like die out here. But I can't save them all. Even if I wanted to rescue them, like it's just not going to work. Unless... Is there a door on this? There is doors on that. Bro. What are you doing? Wait, you're Jedi? No, hold on. Oh, Javi's still Sith Empire. Okay, well, I guess you were doing your job, kind of. Please put that pistol away, though. Whatever. Let him duke it out. Oh, look. This person got up. Simone. I don't know that we looked at her. So, what I might do is, in here, we'll throw down some sleeping spots. Furniture, where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just fill the place. I don't know if that's enough, but it will have to be for the time being. Okay. I'm going to ask... Jaina should be working on her lightsabers, so let's not distract her. Kylan, what are you doing? You're playing horseshoes? Do me a favor and just start capturing people. I'm going to get rid of this bed for right now. That way they'll all be diverted over here. And then that will just be like a temporary holding cell. Are you see? Oh, god damn it. For prisoners? They should all be for prisoners now. Okay. Kylan, I asked you to grab Gomez. Hale, I'm going to ask you to grab this person. And when you're done, maybe grab that one. Kylan, when you're done, grab this one. And we'll just kind of go back and forth until they've all been dropped in here. And once that's done, we will basically wait until they're on their feet and then release them. So, Lou, I think I am going to keep around just because, again, I remember in previous episodes I really wanted to have more aliens in the colony, alien races, and being a Togruta, she would be unique in that we don't have a Togruta currently. So I think I will keep her around. We'll continue to convert and then recruit her. But yeah, I guess it makes sense because everybody in here is a human. Uh-oh, we got some infections happening in the group over here. Looks like K's on it, though. That's a pretty badass helmet. What is that? So, that's a marine helmet, but it's got the animism style, which makes it pretty sweet looking, if I'm being honest. I kind of want to steal it and give it to somebody. The rest of their stuff, I honestly don't care about. It's not Star Wars clothing, so we're not going to use it. But that helmet could be paired with some armor to look pretty badass. So I think we're going to snake it off of her before we let her leave. And is that everybody? think that is. Got a lot of free knives and weapons and whatnot. That's an LMG? Sure as hell doesn't look like it. There's a lot of medicine and stuff that we should probably take. So I'm going to... Oh, nice. Jaina leveled up. Let's see. 1 point. Where do we want to spend it? I think we want to go Force Pull 3. If I remember right. Yeah, so that lets her, A, pull weapons out of people's hands, which is obviously great for disarming them. But B, if they don't have a weapon or if we've already pulled it, then she can actually draw that enemy to her. And that's what I thought this ability did by default originally. I think that's because last time we used this mod, I was playing with a very powerful Sith Lord who obviously had most of these skills leveled up. And so I was very much used to using that ability, but now we'll have at least one person that can actually use it as I thought it could be used. So we want to haul this urgently because it's deteriorating. Same goes for this medicine out here. Mushroom wine, why not? The beer doesn't need to be urgent. Somebody has Molotovs, I thought. I think Waster has Molotovs, yeah. The rest of this stuff, don't really care what happens to it, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think combat knives can be useful for a lot of our people that are carrying, you know, just a blaster or something. Having an offhand weapon, maybe. Honestly, I'm just gonna leave it. Leave it there. Bio-coated battle rifle, probably not super useful to us. Got more medicine though, and more beer. They did not bring any rations, mind you. It was all alcohol, drugs, and weapons. What does this do? Gel-like liquid produced from the petals of the gilded bloom is a soothing medicinal drug which was used by the church to cure and heal their followers. Later found the plant could quickly develop and addiction and was then dispatched and classified as an illegal good by the Interplanetary Empire. Yeah, we probably don't want our people touching that. So just so I don't forget, I'm going to set every prisoner in this room to release. So basically the moment that they are able to move under their own power, they will be cut loose to the wilds, and so long as they make it off our map, they will gain us some relation with Vaynor, which hopefully means the end of this little conflict with them. So I think that was everybody except for Alessia, whose helmet I still want to steal. And Basina just leveled up, so let's take a look at her force abilities. She's 17. I think we want to go with... What does level 3 of Mind Trick do? It just increases the potency, basically, and reduces the cooldown, it looks like. Something like that. Heal Other. Is that the same deal? Oh, it literally just reduces the cooldown. How about Force Push? Pushes 12 tiles, stuns the target, adds impact damage. Maybe. I'm also considering Force Drain and Force Choke. I need to go back and review your comments. You guys weighed in on this decision previously. In fact, I'll just save the point until I have a chance to look at those again. But I know a few of you gave suggestions regarding how we should kind of let her dabble into the dark side, and I forgot to review those again before I started recording. So our freezer is currently at 16 Celsius, which granted is a lot cooler than it is outside, but it's still far too warm for a freezer. So I think I'm going to build another in-wall cooler right here, and hopefully the two of them together are sufficient to keep this a freezer. Now, the fact that it's single wall with wooden walls is not helping. But that is, again, a temporary solution. We're eventually going to have a proper freezer. It just isn't ready yet. So, yeah. Alright, so I went ahead and I stripped Alessia to get that helmet. Now, I can actually put clothes back on her so she's not just laying there nude. I have a mod that lets me dress prisoners. So, effectively the way it works is I right-click, I select dress, and then I get to pick what goes on. And then the person will put it on. So I'm going to put back everything except for the helmet. And I'm going to ask that the helmet get hauled. And hopefully, yeah, it goes in here. And I'm going to forbid it until I have somebody specific to give it to. And it looks like relations with Vaynor just improved. Does that mean somebody left? That might have been the person that we let go earlier. Elvira. Svana is going on an alcohol binge. That's unfortunate. She's malnourished. That's kind of her own choice. Okay, this needs to be forbidden so that no rando steals it. And you can go back to what you were doing. I'm still going to forbid these, I think. I can't trust these pawns. So it might be worth trying to arrest Svana. Or I guess you can try to calm her. Well, if she was going to eat, that's perfectly fine. I just don't want her binging on alcohol. Did that work? Oh, perfect. Okay. But did she eat? No, she didn't eat. Hey, hey, hey. You, stop what you're doing. Please eat. Is there any food available that she can just grab? There is not. Well, it's gonna have to be potatoes or something. Just, yeah, go consume the potatoes. I do need to fix these for her still, but that's not gonna necessarily help. Okay, she's at least somewhat nourished. Alright, another one just made it off the map healthy, so we're up to minus 64. Looks like Gomez is next. Again, they just have to get off the map. That's all we need from them. For now, I'm going to leave those sandbags just because they might come in handy. What's wrong with Patty? Oh, wow, those infections really got neglected, didn't they? One in the neck, especially. Look how everybody else got tended to, except her. Poor Patty. Well, all I can really do is... Let's see... Jaina, come over here and throw a heal other or two on her, and we'll see if that helps. There's a good chance that it doesn't, but we'll still try. Okay, Jaina. Heal other. And let's wait for that cooldown. Actually, did that do anything? Nope. I don't think there's any way around that. Also, these people are heat stroking hard in here. Svana, you're wasting medicine on a dead person. I'm sorry to say. I'll throw a little bit more healing on her with Jedi powers, but that's going to be the extent of it. So she's no longer capable of walking, but this is still going to kill her. It's interesting, too, because the other ones kept pace pretty well, but the one in the neck was, I guess, just too much. Alright. We tried. I think everybody else is going to make it, though. Actually, these are pretty... no, they're doing fine, even with the very poor tending. They appear to be doing just fine. Actually, some of these aren't looking so good. And Patty finally bit the dust. Such a shame. Let's see. Hale, would you mind not consuming dressings, not stripping, cannot haul, no empty. Why can we not haul her over here? There it is. Oh. Allow fresh, I guess. Okay. Then that should do it. Perfect. It's getting a little bit crowded in there, though. Oh, who else is dying? India? Let's see. Ooh, that one's close. Also close. Oh, yeah, you might be a goner. Well, we tried, and we didn't have to do this. We could have just left them to die in the field, but we're the good guys, or so we keep telling ourselves, and so we had to at least try to save human life where we could, or alien life where we could. I think they were all humans, or at least the vast majority were. But anyway, it's getting crowded in there, so I'm going to ask Oyster to clear it out real quick. Alright, so the way we do this is Oyster opens the door, switches to the Molotovs, throws Molotov in, gets the hell out of there, and then we switch back to the blaster so that there's no risk of him, accidentally using a Molotov. And then we let him go about his business. So with the door shut, this turns into a furnace. As you can see, the temperature is approaching 1,000 degrees Celsius very rapidly. And because it's all stone... Oh, Javi, you jackass. Because it's all stone, nothing will happen except it will incinerate anything in there. He just got burned by the superheated air like an idiot. That should not be a home zone, but it looks like it has been converted to one yet again. Honestly, I should probably keep some of that wall as a home zone. Alright. Go get yourself tended since you walked right into a blast furnace. And the ritual is complete. So we've utterly incinerated everything that was in there. Speaking of rituals, though, it looks like we have a holiday coming up. The temple is in the way. Come on. There we go. Sith Fair? We're not celebrating that one. Sorry. Not gonna happen. Mojave needs to be treated. Yeah, I imagine so. I think India's gonna die. It might be a bit. But honestly, it, again, was kind of not a concern. We're gonna get, well, let's watch Vicky leave, and we'll see what the relationship change is, because I think we're getting pretty close to neutral. Oh, there's a lot of steel over here. And yeah, we're up to minus 28. So how many people are left? 3 that are likely to survive. So if we get 12 each, like we did there, that will take us up over into positive numbers. So that's great. As long as nobody else dies other than India, we'll be just fine. And that means that our war with the Empire will really begin in earnest, because at this point we've had a few skirmishes with them, but they haven't really been the main threat in any real sense. They've largely just been kind of a background thing in this playthrough. But if they are going to be the only hostile faction, I believe, So Vaynor is, yeah, minus 28. Oh, no, the Gungans are also hostile. That was unfortunate. I think that's because of the fair incident. Oh, and then Ignat's robbers are permanently hostile. Oh, but you guys are not then, I assume, because you actually have a number there. Okay. Well, it'll at very least be one less faction to deal with. So we'll see a lot more of the Empire and the scum and villainy faction. So Biko was the only other one I was really worried about, and it looks like he was able to develop immunity across the board. MacLeod, I think, is able to walk at any point now. Not very well, granted, but he'll definitely survive, and should be letting him go momentarily. And then Alessia was able to overcome her infection as well. So all three of them should make it off the map. I think Ojavi is, yep, about to let MacLeod go. And he's moving pretty well for 20%, I would say. I mean, his left leg is in tatters. Energy burn, femur, foot, and just the leg in general. I bet that thing looks like a mess. But once he gets to here, it's no longer our problem. Oh, Alessia is dazed. So she's not going to be leaving yet. And Biko's still out. Oh, cool. The debris cascade settled. So, yeah, that's another 12. Perfect. We should be getting orbital trades again. And our other cooler is finished. So, things appear to be working out quite well in the freezer. They're at minus 10, which is the target. It's still pretty warm outside. 37°C is not the type of weather I would want to be hanging out in. Especially when it's raining. Oh man, the humidity would be off the charts. What just happened here? Blah, blah, blah. Callahan's no longer a mental break. Wade leveled up. Somebody got calmed down by somebody else. Could I click on Wade maybe? Thank you. So, he's got 1 point. Where do we want to put it? Forced defense. So what happens? Just cooldown gets shorter. Let's do force speed. He relies on kind of getting into the thick of it, and force speed is one of the better ways to do that. Right, it occurs to me that I should be using his convert ability as well. So who among us is not of the right ideological persuasion? Let's phrase it that way. I know Ojavi was still Sith. Hale is as well, so both of them. Oh, and then Black. Black is closer to converting, so let's work on him. He's cleaning up some animal filth. Okay, good on you. So we'll throw that conversion there. Now again, that's technically for the Jedi faith, but it doesn't matter because we're just chipping away at his existing one. So yeah, that dropped him from 70 to 40. We'll probably have to do that one more time, and then we can do a ritual for the Republic conversion and get him over to where we want him to be. It actually occurs to me now that for the prisoners, for example, we should be doing convert and then recruit, but it doesn't actually let me select what they're being converted to, so that's kind of a concern. Oh, Issa leveled up too. Nice. Issa, you don't have a lightsaber yet, so let's not worry about offense or defense. Instead, I think we'll do a heal other. Maybe a force push. Let's do a force push. It's pretty basic. Pretty basic force technique. Ryder's leveling up again too. Let's get him some force pool to work with. He's got quite a few abilities now, but not a whole lot of reserves to utilize them. Wow, our floors are not really progressing, are they? Build copy, please. Thank you. Let's knock all these out. Oh, that's just shadows. Okay. So I think that's everything that needs to be marked. It's just a matter of getting them to actually do it. There's a trade fair. Last time we attended a trade fair, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. It turned into a bloodbath. And in trying to save some people's lives, we ended up basically starting a war with 3 factions. So, as you can tell, I'm not super enthused about maybe doing that again. That's another plus 12. Hopefully, yeah, we've got one more person, Alessia, that needs to be let off the map. So we'll end up at positive 8 when all things are said and done. Meaning we shouldn't have any more hostility from that faction. Now, it will drift. It will drift toward the negative because that's just their natural goodwill toward us. But for the time being, at least, we will be in kind of like a ceasefire state. I just checked in on Jaina's progress regarding her lightsaber, and it looks like she is at 640 work left, which means over the course of this episode, I think she's progressed about 400, which is actually pretty damn good. 600 is definitely less than half. I think it's maybe a third of the total work. I'm not sure that it'll be easy to find just how much. Maybe if we go back to here. Details. Work amount 834. I'm pretty sure it started higher than that, so that might not be right. Either way, it's considerably less now than it was at the start of the episode, so... Okay, yeah. Yeah, somewhere about 30 or 40% left. I didn't think she was all that fond of crafting. In fact, she doesn't have any passion for it. But interestingly, she's still gaining a ton of Force XP. So I guess just the fact that she's gaining experience at all is progressing her in the Force. But I didn't think it would happen so quickly given what she's been doing. So heal other again. I think that's just a cooldown. We go from 90 to 60. It's honestly not that big a jump. Same deal here. Force speed. Just a cooldown again. Well, that's interesting. So the cooldown starts at 10, then it goes to 15, then it goes to 30. So the cooldown here is increasing, not decreasing. Does that mean they're moving faster or something? It doesn't really indicate what the trade-off there is. Versus like here, for example, the cooldown decreases, but that's because the healing effect doesn't really change. You're just able to do it more frequently. Let's do Mind Trick or something. Something more tangible where I know pretty much exactly what I'm getting. You may have also noticed there that Onara just finished research on the marine armor. So that means our current research has moved to phase 2 clone armor. And once we have that, we can start producing actual Star Wars armor for a lot of our people, which we've been waiting for a while. The goal is eventually to have several people, basically a lot of our ranged combatants set up as troopers. Not everybody, mind you. Damn it. So it went from -4 to -16 before we were able to get the last person out. So it's going to trend negative very, very quickly, as you see. It's going to be hard to keep neutral with them, but I think it is worth it just so that we can focus more on the Empire. Anywho, not necessarily everybody. You know, we still want to have our smugglers like Kessel and Kylan and Erina, but people like Elijah or Black or Svana, we want to get them into some trooper armor so that they can, you know, help us properly defend the base. And to that end, we want to start cranking out armor for them. I think I'm going to have like 2 units. There'll be 1 unit that's more of a garrison force, potentially led by Hadar. And we're going to have them in more standard looking just white trooper armor. And then we'll have a more elite like assault force led by Theo. And we'll have them in like the orange Havoc Squad getup. I don't think we'll have enough pawns to branch out further than that, but potentially we could have more units if we so choose. I just, again, don't think we're going to have enough pawns to really make that worthwhile. I guess with that, let's go ahead and call it here. I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot left to do this episode. So I'll let things run a little bit off camera and see where that leaves us. It's been a while since we've had a regular raid. Obviously, we were attacked in this episode, but that was part of a quest. So I hope that the raid system is fixed. I know we were having some trouble for a while, but it seemed to have resolved itself, or at least my tinkering seems to have resolved it. But it's hard to say now because it's, again, been a little while. So I guess let's keep an eye on that. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.